is a Fox News alert. The vicious, evil terror couple behind the San Bernardino terror attack that slaughtered 14 innocent Americans took target practice at a gun range just days before the attack. And even more frightening, the terrorists left bombs at the scene of the carnage, aimed at taking out first responders as they arrived to take care of the wounded.
Many of you had concerns, or questions rather, about did the female radicalize the male in this case. The answer is we still do not know, but I will say this. As the investigation has progressed, we have learned and believe that both subjects were radicalized and have been for quite some time. Now, how did that happen? The question we're trying to get at is how did that happen, and by whom, and where did that happen? And I will tell you right now, we don't know those answers at this point. Next thing I want to, along those lines, is foreign contacts. We are working with our foreign counterparts to determine as much as we can. It's like any other investigation, but this one is incredibly large. We are attempting to expand that investigation out and build it, and build a picture of each person, the timeline, and ultimately the crimes that they committed. That takes time. We are in day 5, and I want everyone to recognize that. But we're working with our foreign counterparts. We're also working with the FBI's legal attaché offices, which are all over the world, and they are assisting in those efforts with our foreign counterparts. The next thing I want to mention, it's come up already. Yes, we do have evidence that both of these subjects did some participated in target practice in some ranges within the metro area or within the Los Angeles area. That target practice in one occasion was done within days of this event.
Fox News correspondent Adam Housley is live at the killer couple's home in San Bernardino. Adam.
Yeah, Greta, you know, we confirmed that last night about that target practice. About 25-30 minutes or so from here at their home is where that target range is located. We're told that Syed was the one that took target practice using a pistol and the AR-15, and that he was there for a significant amount of time on at least one of those. We were also told by authorities that there was some drive firing in the backyard of a different home in Riverside. Now, while drive firing can be used by somebody to practice aim, basically, where you don't fire a bullet, in this case, investigators believe it was preparing them to kill. That was the quote that was given to us. So you can see that there was definite planning go in here. We're told that while there is a significant evidence gathering here locally and that the domestic case is vigorous, that there are still, of course, ties to overseas. It's very clear. She came from overseas, so that's one tie in itself. But we're told that there are other ties as well, some significant data points. And the other really big news item that and it's somewhat obvious, I guess, that we hadn't really thought about, was that when the couple killed 14 people and injured 21 others, we know they left 3 bombs at that regional center. And we were told those bombs didn't go off because of water damage, because the sprinklers had been hit. We're now being told that maybe they didn't go off because they grabbed the wrong remote or the detonator was too far away. There's some reasons they're still kind of maybe going through that. But the process that really disturbed us that is they believe now those bombs were intended to strike when first responders arrived, which is a typical Middle East hallmark way of attacking people, is that they'll have a main attack, and then when first responders come, off go the bombs. And the idea was not only to kill more people, but also to really send fear throughout the country to other first responders to be, obviously wary of something like that as they respond to potential other scenes like this. So, Greta, as you can tell, a lot going on here. Again, this case is spreading around the globe, but also there is a vigorous case. They want us to remind us of that here locally. We're not getting as many tips on the local ideas, or the local leads, I should say, rightfully so, just because obviously those are very delicate, and locally it's a little bit different when you're talking about international connections. Greta.
Adam, just 30 seconds left. Anything on money, where they got their money?
Well, you know, there's been some reports by my colleague Catherine Harris about money. I know that we were told early on that they had a bolo of sorts that went out to all the major financial institutions in the country, and within hours they were already getting hits on that, and that some of the first significant leads were indeed due to the money trail, Greta. And that money trail, they do still believe, leads overseas. Greta.
All right, well, they'll continue to follow that. Adam, thank you.